Move. Get tonight. Don't stop me, and I'll show you how. Such a. All right. So, what's up? What's up? What's up? Greetings, salutations. It's that time again. It is now 10 o'clock Central Standard Time exactly. As a matter of fact, I think I'm a little early. It's 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I know I'm early. I know I'm early. I'm not even just on time today. I am early. Greetings, salutations. How's everyone doing? I'm T Nathan. It's that time. Welcome to Conversations with T Nathan. Oh, wait. Yeah. First and last comment. Right. First and last comment. I know you stayed up waiting just to get that comment in so you can go to sleep. Salutations. Welcome to uh, Conversations with T Nathan. I'm your host, T Nathan. And as always, I am right on time. God, let's get it. How's everyone doing? This is day 18. This is day 18 of the worst presidency in the history of the United States. This is day 18 of that presidency. Egg prices are now up to over $4.75 nationally. I know they're higher where you are, and this is a national price. Don't anybody telling me like, oh no, I just did the average. In California, they're over $10. Parts of the South, they're about $5. But yeah, nationally, that is the price we're looking at. In metropolitan areas and larger areas, we are fucked. Yeah, yeah. Waffle House has put a 50-cent surcharge on eggs, and in response to that, Donald Trump has signed an executive order banning trans women from women's sports, all eight of them out of 500,000. But no movement on prices. Matter of fact, the USDA, who I'm thinking probably he's going to disband that also, is projecting that egg prices, beef, grocery prices. I'm just gonna say groceries. The only thing I think they projected to go down this year is pork. Of course, it would be pork, right? Who eats pork? But every other grocery price is anticipated on rising. Eggs are expected to rise in double digits. So excellent prices indeed. What's up, Snowman? What's up? What's up? Oh man, forgot. Y'all got me forgot to log into Instagram. Okay, Instagram, I see you. There we go. Instagram is logged into now. I logged into everything. More morale is down. Morale, you know, for whom? listen, listen. I understand. I understand. See, our feelings should not be tied to the ebb and flow of the oppressor. Our emotions should always be under the understanding that oppressors are going to oppress, and we must do everything we do in our power to address them, even when they don't look like they've been addressed. You understand today when we find out that USAID or USAID, they're going to slash the number of employed. They're going to add 9,700 people to the unemployment rolls. We talk about doing something about inflation, doing about combating these, and you're about to watch the firing of 10 from 10,000 down to 300. And I realized the agencies that Trump is going after first is agencies his base doesn't understand what they do, don't understand the importance of what they do. So, yeah, his not to don't get me wrong. I think the leadership of MAGA is smart. I think their base is hooked on optics. You know how you talking about hooked on phonics? This base is hooked on optics. Research is not their strong suit. And at the end of the day, all you have to do, if you look at the things that have happened in the last 18 days, how many times every executive order that has been signed has been done with fanfare. That's why I told you all that in the end, Canada and Mexico caved because optically, Donald Trump won. And people don't understand the importance of optics. I had someone arguing back and no, they were arguing with themselves because I stated what I stated. And I was like, yep, you don't really know politics or you don't understand how elections work because there are rare people that are out here truly examining the qualifications of the people they elect. That's how we got into this condition because most people just vote for who they particularly like because you dig down into that's why I don't believe most people should be able to vote. I'm sorry. That's why I don't believe in democracy because democracy is easily manipulated by optics. So optically, this president in the last 18 days is winning. They're winning. While everybody that's running around here talking about what they're doing, they don't realize this is the people he put in place, the things he's doing, they're all about driving optics. And his base, yeah, he can keep these promises. Can't lower egg prices. He can't lower egg prices and all that. So it's all about optics. It's optics that they're forced to like because they don't understand. Like I say, they don't understand how USA ID is responsible for stopping pandemics in other countries. They pull out of organizations. They don't understand what the UN humanitarian aid does, so they're pulling out of it. All you hear is we're going to save money. Yeah, you're going to save money until the next pandemic hit. Do you understand there's 67 cases of bird flu in that have been confirmed cases in humans? There's a new strain now that has been detected in cows, right? A new strain, not the old strain that was detected in cows, but a more viral strain detected in cows, right? And look at this. You're going to have Robert F. Kennedy running the Department of Health and Human Services at this time. You've withdrawn from the U.S. The UN Humanitarian Aid Division. You have withdrawn from the World Health Organization. The World Health Organization. Do you understand that? You have put down, yeah, we put down 100 million chickens last month. And what does that have to do with us? You're supposed to be you said you're going to lower egg prices. Is somebody cooking something? Hold tight. Huh? It just went off like, excuse me, just one moment. Let me assess why the smoke detector is going off. All right. All right. Snatchers just like, I don't know. Yeah, all right, y'all better not be burning something. All right, back to, like I said, all they were supposed to say is, nope, it's not low battery. Yeah, it's not low battery. Um, so all they're detecting is why gas prices are still not coming down, why grocery prices are anticipated going up. None, none of the 50 executive orders signed in the last 18 days are addressing any of that. None of them. Also, anybody know if the war in Ukraine is still going on? Wasn't that supposed to be over the day he got elected? Not the day he took office. He said the next day he called. Is the war going on? And also Gaza. Yeah, yeah. You all are. It amazes me when I watch people like or what's let's see. Where's Oil? Oil Boss, AB Proud, right? It amazes me when people like him that support MAGA and they get into these conditions and you start hitting them with facts and they start acting like, okay, I'm just going to gaslight and move the goalposts. I'm just going to gaslight and move the goalposts. Yeah, that's not how this works. But you all go right ahead because at the end of the day, I realized that the you really by not having two brain cells to rub together to come up with a coherent thought, that this is what you get. This is what we get. The idea that if I asked one of them to describe to me what USAID did, that they couldn't. The idea that they don't understand the problematic nature of having Elon Musk and his band of merry men going through the United States Treasury Department's records and having access to personal information associated with payment of thousands of hundreds of Americans, hundreds of millions of Americans, no problem. When that I when that when the tax refund is late, the idea that they can't even fathom that dismantling the Department of Education is going to be a whole ass problem for more of them than the people they come after. The idea that to try to explain DEI to them is a complete waste of time because they're going to hit you with the most qualified while we're watching Pete Hegseth as the Secretary of the Department of Defense, a womanizer, alcoholic, and somebody who's mismanaged three other agencies he's been into to debt. It's priceless. I'm telling you, if I was an alien from another planet, Earth would be. I'd just be watching what would we call it? It can't be the Housewives of Earth because there's also, but the stupid things Earthlings do. Yeah, that's what we're gonna call it. Stupid things Earthlings do. Freak. Yeah, shut up, freak. Don't come in here with that. Yeah, what's up, freak? He said Diddy gave his life for us. Yeah, this is also the same man who forced his wife to dress up in a transparent dress and go to the Grammys just to walk the red carpet. Yeah. What's up, nephew? They also changed the flag on. Nope. I that I'm not saying it, but that they didn't change the flag on the website. That just tells me how often people actually go to government websites. They just tells me how often people go to government websites. That flag has been that way. Yep, that flag has been that way for a while. It's the logo of the department, and it's been that way. It hasn't changed. Yeah, it's about font size and all that. Also, if you have I'm all over the place just because I have a lot to talk about, so I have to do it before I get to the cussing phase. And if I go too deep into an issue, I'll get into the uh, Thomas the Bishop is going to have a fine on being levied against us by the end of the week. I'm blaming it all on Thomas the Bishop, by the way. So we get to the fact that we don't have the understand these people don't have the understanding is necessary to understand why these things are problematic in nature. They don't have the ability to understand. They don't have the ability to understand how USAA prevents prevents pandemics in other countries because we live in a global society where you can get on a plane and be anywhere in the world within a couple of hours, right? So if you address them there and then you withdraw from World Health Organization, literally the name should give it away, right? The name should literally give it away. The World Health Organization. Yeah, nobody got it from that, right? Nobody got it from the name World Health Organization. And maybe we can, and they say, well, there's certain waste that goes in. And I realize the United States, Republicans and MAGA supporters look at charity. They don't look at charity like they want charity looked at for them. They look at charity like we got to make sure they know the United States did this and that if we don't, we're not spending our soft dollars right. I've never heard so many people talk about soft dollars in the last 48 hours that I know don't know what the definition of the word means, the phrase means, or where it comes from, or anything. I was like, really? Yeah, really. Now you're using the phrase soft dollars. You don't know what a soft dollar is. It is hilarious because the masses, when it comes to, and I'm talking about MAGA masses, they don't have the ability to understand or decipher. So therefore, they fall into this structure of optics. And getting back to the 18 days and how this presidency, you should not be surprised that a man who is obsessed with his own image is obsessed with optics. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing in a democracy to have optics. Maybe if Joe Biden would have had more optics on the things he did do, well, it might have had a different impact on the American people because most people in America are stupid. Yes, and if you instead of them looking at the outcome of things that happen, um, dun, 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 instead of looking at the outcome of things that happen, they have a tendency to only care about the optics. I'm telling you, you could tell the American people one thing and it's good for them and they don't understand it. But you show them a picture of Elmo doing it and they be like, oh, Elmo says. And that's it. That's all it takes. Elmo said that it is a good thing. And they'd be like, they would go around and use it as fact. They will go around talking about. You hear what Elmo said about USAA? Yeah, that Elmo know what he talking about. I know. I know. Sometimes I make myself laugh, but it's true. Elmo will never lie to me. Right, right. Have you had you hear people soft dollars, soft life, soft meat, but definitely not soft egg prices. I'm telling you, the hood is not paying the national average for eggs in Pennsylvania. Those 100,000 eggs people looking for, those eggs are all on the market. You got the Lolo. I wish my nephew would say I do a video and we'd be like, hey, got them eggs for the Lolo. Got them eggs for the Lolo. Going to people, you wouldn't have to go to nobody. They'd be coming to your house. Coming to your house. It's like, hey, we heard you got that Lolo. We break out the scales, get the get some baggies. If you putting eggs in the baggie on the scale, it's like I'm selling them by the egg. What you want? Says fuck America. What's up? What's up, P Jones? Yeah, what's up? So that's what we got eggs for the Lolo. We're gonna put them on the scale. We're gonna weigh them out, and we're gonna get. We only got grade A. This one is double you three times. Yeah, we're gonna have all kinds of things. And if you don't want to eat eggs, listen. My thing for eggs is the same thing I had for the fentanyl and opioid crisis. Just say no. Just go without them for a while. Just say no. The same thing in the 80s. Just say no. Just say no. The idea, five for $3, got you, got you. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna do you a solid. I'm gonna do you a solid. My eggs are only gonna be 30 cents a piece. 30 cents a piece. Yeah, you do the math. 30 cents a piece. I'm underselling. I'm underselling. Hell, I only. What did the eggs cost me? A shiesty. Uh, Once I get my shiesty price back, I have gotten the cost of my eggs back. So everything on top of that is profit. A shiesty. I have a friend that has a chicken that has chickens. I got 2 dozen for $10 and they are farm fresh. Yeah, like I said. And somebody told me, right, and y'all know me. If you know me, Petra Petra hits me with this all the time, right? Listen, I'm not fighting for the liberation to live on a farm. Okay, understand this. Why is it that in the fight for liberation, we always look at the fact that somehow we got to go back to 1861 and start living? No, I know. I didn't. Black and brown people have sweat, blood, and died for the advancements we have made. What kind of revolution is like we want to go back to not having a refrigerator? Or I am not living on a farm unless I'm in hiding for a little while. It's not my. I understand, and I listen to people talk like that. They think they're saying something, and I'm like, you're fighting to go backwards. It's like, yeah, I'm prepared. I'm prepared. What? I'm not talking about a zombie apocalypse, people. I'm talking about a revolution of dismantling a system of oppression, not the system of technological advancement. All of a sudden, we're supposed to be okay with the idea that we're going to have a revolution, and the first things to go is going to be the 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 trappings of modern society. What kind of revolution are you all looking at? My dad literally called it the icebox because he was that old. Remember that? Yeah, everyone's talking about. It's like, yeah, guys, I'm gonna raise my own chickens. I'm like, yeah, good, go ahead. Go right ahead. I'm gonna tell you who not gonna be raising chickens. All right. I'm gonna tell you who enjoys all of the benefits of the women who figured out mathematics and hidden figures. I'm gonna tell you who's gonna. I'm fighting for the right to live equitable, not the right to live in a bartering age. And then people say that like, oh, this is the thing. No, I never saw a revolution that was fighting for the right to go backwards, that was not rooted in some kind of mental disorder. No, I haven't. Uh, Bella would love chickens. No, she's been around chickens before. She's scared of chickens. She's scared of chickens. Bella is the kind of dog that animals understand that she might play with you all and chase you all, but she ain't gonna eat one of y'all. And if you get too aggressive with her, she just gonna go run behind TNathan. She coming. It's like, and I'm kicking you for making my dog run behind me. Whatever you are, I'm kicking you to the moon. You come up to me. You made my dog run behind me. Yeah, she knows that. Yeah, my dog is spoiled when it comes to her fight or flight response. She's like, I just have to make it to him. Whatever it is, he gonna take care of it. Yeah, she don't care about any of that. She's like, look, I was playing with y'all. Now you all getting a little too rough. You trying to peck me? Oh, I know how to take care of that. Yeah, yeah. And if I'm in the woods and if I'm in a place where there's chickens and animals at, I have on boots. So I'm making sure I kick hard. Yeah, kick hard. She left my dog alone. Yeah. Yep, I'm that way about my friends too, and my nieces and nephews. I kick hard. All they got to do is make it to me. They ain't got to make it to me. They just got to let me know they in the trouble and I'm coming, kicking. Yeah, I don't have these size 14s for nothing. Got to protect the best. Right? Got to. People like, my dog hunts, my dog does this, my dog does this. What does your dog do? None of that. She don't have to. She don't perform no tricks. She don't do any of that. She just cuddles up in the bed when she can. Yeah, she cuddles up in the bed. Her she's a protector. If somebody comes to the door that she thinks is a threat, she lets me know by running to me. That's all. She can't stop no intruder, but she know daddy can. That's her job. Her job is to let me know somebody's at the door that means us harm. Yeah. She howled the other night. My dog howled the other night. I've only heard my dog howl 3 times since I've had her. And she hit me with the howl. I was like, Wolf man. But anyway, yeah, y'all got me. Y'all know y'all know the easiest way to distract me is with Bella. Y'all got me. Early warning system. Yeah. She howled the night Donald Trump got elected. I'm sure she did. I'm sure she did. Oh no, you can't convince me she didn't. Yeah, she was but in the anthem fake claims of USA payments or Russian propaganda. What is wrong with these people? What look, look, what are you all okay? Maggots. Maggots. Are you all okay? You all, it amazes me. One moment you're tying everything to Russian propaganda. The next moment you're literally waxing the glizzy of Putin. Can you make up your mind? Is it what kind of love-hate relationship y'all got going on? One minute is Russian propaganda. The next minute we should leave Putin alone. Make up your mind. I don't think anyone is okay. I think I think that's part. I think you're right. I think that's part of the problem, though. I think people need. It's like we were talking about 50 states, 50 protests one day, right? And, and I'm gonna be charitable. I'm gonna be charitable in this assessment. I realize most people don't know what protest is. So I realize it hurts me. It hurts me to make this realization, right? Most people do not know what protests are. They don't understand that protests are about disruption and not just photo ops. Yeah, and I just got through talking about optics, but in this case, a protest is the direct dichotomy of a photo op. It's about disruption. If you're not disrupting, you're just marching down the street. See, I tell you, when you say, "Hey, TNathan, we're going to a protest," let's get it. I'm thinking about setting more than just dumpsters on fire. See, hypothetically speaking, if a dumpster gets set on fire at a protest I'm at, and hypothetically speaking, if it's because I'm frustrated. It's because I'm frustrated because y'all not doing anything worth being at the protest for. I might as well, hypothetically speaking, set some dumpsters on fire. At least, at least they got a disruption to the fire department, and they got to come put it out. Yeah. And if I spread them out over that, then I get to they get to earn their tax dollars a little more. But the only thing Trump respects are the pens. that and that's funny. I sent you a funny video about that. I'm not looking at. I told you, Petra, from 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock. Your videos, your texts are. You didn't even hear the beep that you usually hear on my phone. I had from 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock. Petra's all her texts are on silent. And I'm not. Penelope on silent. They on silent. Yep, because they don't text me. They text me for distraction. Yeah, keep forgetting to Google Topeka. You didn't miss anything. Yeah, we talking taking an educational purpose family road trip soon. Told you, yeah, I'm gonna be educationally in Selma, March the 5th through the 10th. I accidentally text you. Right, they all yeah. I ain't even text you nothing. Yeah, I'm an angel. Well, I know exactly where a massive storm is brewing at right now to produce the lightning necessary, to produce the jolt of lightning necessary to address I'm an angel. I can tell you exactly where it is right now. If you're in the area, I advise you to hunker down. Okay. But is the idea right that we are inundated. Sorry, you're saying I'm the most behaved family member. So you're saying I'm the most behaved. What's up, Jay, over on YouTube? No, Jay, you're not the most behaved family member. You're just trying to be good right now. Yeah, you know. But at the end of the day, right, I go back to the claim that protests are about disruption. And I'm come to find out that most people don't understand that. Protests about shutting down highways. That's a protest. Protests about making it inconvenient for people to just live their normal lives without paying attention to the situation or the issue you're trying to present. So that if that means that there's a traffic jam on your way to your favorite restaurant downtown, so be it. Because now you're gonna be like, why is this traffic jam? This traffic jam is an association with the inhumanity that man has been placing towards man. So you need to become, if you want to get to where you're going quicker, you need to acknowledge it. If you're just, and permits, I know, it's like, that's how you get you. You're like, well, you need a permit for this march. But I don't need a permit to do a flash mob. I can get a flash mob somewhere within a couple of hours, right? But then they don't get a permit beforehand. So we can't do a protest by flash mob and and boycotting in a system that all profit is going to be dipped into by the oppressor is self-actualization at best. Yeah, it may a lot of people it's like well, we only gonna do this, we only gonna buy here, we only gonna buy there. Yeah, no, it doesn't really. You're really not investing. If you want to invest, find black sections or Hispanic sections or marginalized sections and spend your dollars in that section because You know, one thing of deodorant that you didn't buy from Target tomorrow is not going to affect the bottom line. It's not. People think, oh, we're going to boycott. Listen, boycotts of the nature that we saw in the 60s and 70s haven't happened since the 60s or 70s. NAACP couldn't even keep people from just traveling to Missouri. You think you're going to stop somebody from going to Walmart at 2 o'clock in the morning? It's not feasible because, and then it doesn't address the fact. Like I say, choose your poison. I really don't have. I don't choose your poison. Whatever you think you're doing to do some good, that's most of the time what you're doing. You're thinking you're doing some good. But remember, true protests involve disruption. You remember the Target that caught on fire? That was a protest. Target was burning in Minnesota, right? That they and they say, well, you burned the Target in the neighborhood. Do you understand? Big box. Let me tell you, if you really want to talk protests, listen to a protester like me. He's like, well, you just destroyed the Target in the neighborhood and they're not going to come back. And it's like, yeah, okay. So that means smaller businesses get a chance to take root in the communities that they're going to be tied to. What you want to spend your dollars in the community, right? So what better way than to tie them to small stores in the community that service the community that are forced to give back to the community for their very existence. Do you all really? I don't think people really wanting to talk to me about protests. That's why I still. It's a protest. It prices like boosters will make a 50 more cents a dozen for them, and it's still not much. Yeah, refuse to shop Walmart. That's too easy for me. I hate them with their passion since 2000. Right. And I got on somebody else. They were talking about told these people in Mississippi. You have to realize Walmart in a lot of communities is the only store. When you get into a lot of these smaller communities in Walmart, they're the only store. And to not patron, and if you need something and you want to go somewhere else, it takes gas and time. And I don't think because we live in 2025, people think that everything is connected for everybody. Yeah, if you're middle class, yeah, you can drive 40 minutes to a grocery store somewhere else like Trader Joe's or something like that. But when you live in a community that Walmart is the biggest employer, the biggest everything, because they have killed everything else that grows in that community, it's easy to tell people where they should go. It's easy when you have the privilege to go other places, but when you're dealing in communities, you tell someone, don't go to Walmart, and they be like, what are we supposed to do to eat? How are we supposed to get groceries? Yeah, food deserts. The South is full of them, and the ones that are not are being addressed first are being addressed by companies like Walmart. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah. So it is. And I think the complex nature of this is hard. But if you're going to listen, if you're going to ask people in those conditions to sacrifice, you better be sacrificing yourself and not in a way that this doesn't inconvenience you. You better be, like I say, my problem with Tabitha Brown's assessment of shopping at Target to make sure you buy black products is you need to still have the conversation that Target is still going to profit from that. Target is still you. That's not protest. Stop telling me that's a protest to go into Target and buy anything. That's not a protest. It's not if it's a black product. It's not a protest to go into Target and buy it if you're saying you're protesting Target. Because at the end of the day, Target don't care whose product you buy, long as they profiting from it, and they're going to profit from it. So it's kind of disingenuous to tell people that I understand your protest, but buy my product in Target. Oh, when we tell you, hey, and then say because you're contractually agreed that you have a contractual agreement and you got to do so much. Well, how long do you want us to support this product in Target? When does this kind? If you want me in your business, you need to tell me more about your business. That usually stops black people right there. When you tell me more about your business, one thing black people do not like to do is telling people their business. Snapchat. My family and I rarely shop at Target because it costs more. One thing is like says walking through Walmart and stationary food petrol. It's not at it's not at direct from website. Even that, they have to have a website, and even that is usually housed in. I'm gonna tell you, if there had been a plan, and anyone who follows, I always say that it's still not that. E-commerce is still, like I say, at the end of the day, my only contention is to pick your poison, because in a system of oppression, no matter who owns the business, the oppressor is going to profit from that business. You just try to mitigate it as least as possible, but the ways you all talk about don't do anything to do that. They don't, because we don't have the communities like Mound Bayou that you can go in and you can go to the city that was actually formed to respond to the fact that black people wasn't allowed in white stores, or like dollars has been the same. When you protest, if you're going to protest with your dollar, protest in a manner in which your dollar is held in the passed in the communities that you're saying you protest about 8 times, and watch it develop. And then even the developers, and you have to be careful with gentrification, because a lot of people don't understand that all the difference between development of the community by the community and gentrification. Because at the end of the day, the outward appearance of them say the same. But what happens even in the development of the community for the community, if you're not careful, it is done in such a way that it raises property values, right? And what happens when property values raise? Your more of your taxes go towards the state for the same property, but you don't have a gentrified backer that covers those taxes. You have. I think we have to understand that while I'm not fighting to go back in time because I'm not going to own a farm, there are ways that we can protest in the community that involve finances that we have to stop trying to emulate capitalism with. We're trying to emulate capitalism and call it black capitalism, Asian capitalism, Hispanic capitalism. We're trying to do that, but it's still building a class that is devoid of meaning to the actual community that it was birthed in, because it will get to the point where the bigger system will pick you up and say, "Hey, you're above them now. You have their money. You could do something else with it. You can move it out the community." That's what you have to understand. Protest is about action. Um, I'm ashamed to say I have never been to Mexican grocery store one block from my house. I was just in there today. We have one here today. Went in, I got my haircut, looking fresh. Got my haircut. Was protesting my haircut. It's like I was trying not to get a haircut. I was trying to wait because I missed one because I was busy, and then my rotation was off. So I got every 2 weeks, and then I need to let it grow out some because I was like, last one got it kind of low, and I wasn't feeling it, so I let it grow out some. But if anybody knows, you grow hair, you got to go through that rough stage so you can get it back in line. What are we talking about? Listen, it is a funny thing, and is it Tevis? The thing about when I hear that question when people come in, I was like, if you sit there long enough, you'll figure it out. But it goes to the like whatever we're talking about, we got to stop and center you in it to answer your question. So I understand that. It's hilarious to me because in my conversations, if you just sat and be quiet for a minute, you would get to the point where you would say, "Oh, I'm talking about a lot of things." It's called Conversations with TNathan, and there are a lot of conversations that go on in that. Text video to the sheriff. I'm late, Uncle T. Yes, Robert, we were just asking about you. But don't feel bad, Robert. There are other people that have been here handling the non-focus. You have been well taken care of, Robert. They got you. They's like, okay, Robert's not here to distract his uncle, so I guess, and they're not good as you because they all stop and pay attention to you. They just be getting like they be getting reamed out. Yeah, so yeah, Robert is here. You are. He's well. Um, yeah. So you get to the point. Back to the beginning of the conversation, I said that MAGA supporters only care about the look of something because they don't have the necessary prerequisite of brain cells to understand the actuality of something. You don't understand when you say unemployment is bad. When you understand that you want lower prices and all that, and it doesn't help when you start trying to get rid of 50 to 70% of the largest employer in the country, the federal government. Understand this, and I don't think people understand this. Do you understand if you cut 70? You say you're gonna cut. I'm being conservative. Let's say you're gonna cut 50% of the workforce instead of the 75% that Elon Musk is talking about. Or somebody do the percentage for me and tell me what percentage of 300, what percentage of 10,000 is 300? Because like I say, you got rid of USA aid and you're going to cut it down from 10,000 people to 300. So you do understand that if we start to implement these by the numbers across the board, the agencies that are going to be directly affected the most are going to be the Department of Justice and Veterans Affairs. Let that sink in. The Department of Justice and Veterans Affairs. If you're talking, and then you're going to start getting into military cuts by personnel. Do you understand? We can watch the unemployment rate tick up 1.5% just by those kind of cuts. Just by those kind of cuts alone. Not too much on my nephew. That's going to piss a lot of people. You know what, Rain? It should piss a lot of people off. But I'm convinced, I've seen Trump supporters make videos literally about losing their job or their jobs in danger, but they still trust Trump. 3%. So you are keeping 3% of a workforce. You have literally cut 97% of USA aid. 9,700 people are going to, and then not to mention that we look at the CIA and you offered the buyout deal. Listen, you're offering a buyout deal to people on their to of working to September, right? Where's this money coming from that you're gonna buy them out with? You want people to take this deal without the guarantee of payment. Where is this money? Where do you all think this money is coming from? Where do you think the money is coming from? Because the last time I checked, know what branch of government was not in charge of America's purse strings? That would be the executive branch and the judicial branch. But in this case, the executive branch. But Democrats are just trying to figure out what to do. I'm going to tell you, listen up, listen up. If you're a Democrat, you know some Democrats, you want to give them a piece of advice, tell them to stop their bullshit arguing amongst themselves, right? Tell them to stop arguing over who lost the election and why. It doesn't work. I'm listening. I'm looking at the party that is not supposed to be infighting on looking for blame over who lost the election. You all lost. Now what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Because a lot of the things you all are doing are not optically going to affect the needle any at all. Yeah, y'all argue. Well, this is why we lost. So we lost here. No, you lost because you stupidly didn't take advantage of optics for one. You lost because you wasn't really behind it. Yeah, that is it. So in the end, you're not going to win until you all get together on an issue. Instead of running on Trump's the boogeyman, and a lot of people instead of, and that's why I tried to do lives and talk about what needed to be done. Instead of running on Trump is the boogeyman, you should have been running on what you're going to do for the American people. Yeah, Trump's the boogeyman should have been like the third thing you talked about. The first thing you should have talked about is what you're going to do for the American people. And that's hard to do when you're associated with the administration that the American people see as the reason that you need to be doing more for them, because you're also not talking about the things you're doing for the American people, like the $2 trillion in infrastructure bill. Nobody was talking about that. That needed to be talking about it. So you didn't move the needle. Even Trump lied, but he lied to his base in a manner that energized them. Democrats just chase Trump. It's just like now. A lot of people, yeah, I'll come on and talk about what he did, but because I'm gonna tell you, a lot of the times I'm talking about him because it's hilarious. It's hilarious because this is what he said he was gonna do. That's another thing. I'll be laughing at him carry promises made, promises kept on everything except lowering food prices, lowering gasoline, any of that. Yeah, it is not. And I also talk about how the optics play out. I talk about why his base is the way it is and why they continue to support him. Because if you can give the appearance of something that people want, then you can continue to do it. Just like with Jay figured out the 97%. Most of the 97% of people that got fired from an organization that deals in charity around the world are not MAGA supporters. They weren't MAGA supporters anyway. So MAGA supporters are looking at this like, I don't even know why we send our U.S. dollars to other countries to fight disease or to use soft dollars. They don't know what soft dollars are. They don't say soft dollars. They always talking about why we sending our money to other countries, but you have no problems giving your money to Elon Musk for a rocket that explodes. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. Yes, you don't have any problem doing that. The idea that you don't understand that helping people who can't help themselves actually endears you to those people, you can't understand that. But when the chickens come home to roost, you don't mind paying $10,000, $1 million for a bomb, but heaven forbid you have to pay. You want to spend $10,000 on preventing of a disease in another country so it doesn't end up on our shores. You can't conceive the difference in that, right? Since he has a freeze on the money, where's the money coming from? I wouldn't have. Um, Just get around what higher money is. Yeah. Yeah. End of the day, at the end of the day, is because most people, contrary to the popular belief, if you all, do you all ever go and spend time in those lives of some of the people that you all really admire and think they know what they're talking about politically and historically? If you have more than three brain cells and you go into these lives and you realize they're not moving the needle, they're not trying to move the needle. They don't know enough about their topic to talk about it outside of the back and forth they're used to with MAGA supporters. I do ad hominems, and people are like, "Why you do ad hominem? I ain't gotta explain shit to a MAGA supporter. The minute you tell me you're a MAGA supporter, it's told me everything I need to know about you." And people be like, well, we can have dialogue. No, I have some rocks out if I want to have rockhead discussions, I got some big rocks out in the backyard. I can go sit and have hours of discussions with them and get just as much accomplished. And I could actually probably go viral doing it. 10-minute warning, GCPR. If they get rid of Social Security, do I get the money back I put in? Nope. 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 That money is going to be disbanded. And it's interesting you mentioned Social Security, Metal, because I don't think people realize how much some of these agencies that are getting the red light, the green light to be booted. Listen, how is it that senators, Republican senators, Republicans across the country are silent in the face of Elon Musk and his band of 19 to 25-year-olds having access to the pay systems of the Department of the Treasury? These kids don't even have security clearances. Most of them are hackers. And if you know, you know. Not saying that they bad people, but they're hackers. So you're giving them access to the pay system of the United States and telling them that sometime down the road, if this goes left, that we're not worried about any back doors left into that pay system. This man, Donald Trump, set up a wealth fund, a wealth management fund, an asset wealth management fund by executive order. And this is what I tell you, MAGA don't know what a socialist, wouldn't know a socialist concept if it fell on them and just crushed them. They wouldn't know it because he's talking about purchasing TikTok and putting it in the fund. He's talking about purchasing stock options from companies and putting them in the fund until I was like, so tell me you're creating a socialist wealth fund without telling me you're creating a socialist wealth fund, because government ownership of private businesses is a socialist wealth. We're not just doing governmental social like the fire department, the police department, anything. We're going right socialist to the big. We're going to just own stock in companies. Yeah, we're gonna purchase a private company and put it in a wealth fund of the United States. That's called socialism, people. That's called, why are they allowed to do this shit? This is why, Steve, because we have a whole branch of government that doesn't want to do what it was charged to do by the so-called I'm gonna tell you, I said this before. Donald Trump, during his first presidency, even without Donald Trump, has spent the last 4 years distilling down, and that's why I say we talk about stupid, but at the end of the day, what I see now is Donald Trump has spent the last 4 years surrounding himself with people that are smart. Smart people distilling down the history of failure of white supremacy and art and these kind of things, distilled it down, and now you have a version of it that they're ready to implement, and they have a plan. And while everyone's sitting around talking about they're stupid, I'm sitting around saying, yeah, they may be stupid to you, but this plan is immaculate. This plan is immaculate. You start with agencies that the public knows nothing about, does not understand, but that greatly benefit our status in the world. Who does drawing out who? And then I look at, who does this benefit? Who does it benefit drawing the United States out of agencies like USAA, the United Nations, the World Health Organization? Who do you think is going to step into those roles and fill those functions? Because they will be filled. We're just creating a vacuum, and nature abhors a vacuum. And one of the things people don't realize, yes, our military is superior and all that, but at the end of the day, it is the charity that we have given out throughout the world, starting with Dwight D. Eisenhower, that have made us the brand that we are. Hey, all right, Jay, be safe. Jay got to close the gas station, y'all. So who do you think is going to fill that void? The very countries that you all think are our enemy, China. China's going to fill that void. China's been trying to get into Africa for the last 25 years, and now you're making a room for them to get in on the level that the United States had a monopoly on, helping Africa with diseases. There's a new strand of Ebola out. And then withdrawing from the World Health Organization, not only did you withdraw, it usually takes a year, so you couldn't wait the year. You ordered the CDC to not work with the World Health Organization. So technically, we're still a part of the World Health Organization for the year it takes to withdraw, but it doesn't matter if you're not doing any work. And then the thing about it is you're still paying the same amount of money you would be paying during this withdrawal period. Because it's already been given to him. Just think of that. Logic? No, but this is what his base hears. We withdrew from the World Health Organization. I literally, whatever you think about Dr. Fauci, personally, I like him. Whatever you think about COVID vaccine, you probably had never had anybody die of COVID in your family. I have not had anybody in my family die from the COVID vaccine. And also I also know science. This administration is anti-science because it plays into their base. Your base doesn't understand science enough. They want to have home remedies in a jar, and they want to believe that Vicks Vapor Rub works for everything. They got it because they're gonna come up with their anecdotal evidence. Oh well, COVID wasn't that bad for me. And those of us who have that started doing their fingernails like this because they lost so many family members to COVID before a vaccine was found are looking at you like, but I will throw your ass in an active volcano. That's why I told you. Why are you all having rational conversations with people who think the earth is flat, with people who the concept of science is so beyond them that they're the people. That's why I told you, y'all are fighting to go back to the Stone Age. They live in the Stone Age still. I'm not. That's not a word. That's not a win for us. And they have bird flu vaccine for the government, but not us. Yeah, but Gene, they don't really have a bird flu vaccine either. That's a developmental stage. But we're gonna watch that. They're not going to be developed under Robert Kennedy because he's going to take the long route to understanding it. Because he doesn't. He's not even going to understand it. You're literally there should be some kind of understanding that if you're going to be in charge of the Department of Health and Human Services, you need a medical degree. That should be a given. You just like if you're going to be the head of the Department of Justice, you should have a law degree or some kind of law enforcement experience. Not Pam Bundy qualifies. I'm not talking about, but these are things that should be just right. If you're going to be the head of the Department of Education, you need to have been a teacher. About to drive home, but I'll be listening. How far you got to drive, Olivia? Right, see? And I didn't lose them because they took a COVID vaccine. I lost them because the COVID vaccine wasn't available at the time. And it's like, were mistakes or vaccines are never, there is not a vaccine that is a 100%. There's not. You're going to have 3%. You're going to have some people are allergic to something in the vaccine, and that's a reality. That is a reality. But I'm going to get vaccinated. I've been vaccinated. They come out with a vaccine, I have it. I have it. From the military, when they was, that's why I be like telling people, oh, we worried about, y'all didn't worry about vaccines when they were giving them to the military and sending us overseas to fight in war. Nobody was out here fighting like, oh no, not the vaccines. No, nobody. They were like line them up. We had lines. And when I went through MEP Center, we had lines. They had these air guns on both sides of us, and they hit us all at the same time. And get ready. Can I ask a dumb question? You mean besides that one? Go ahead. 20 minutes, gotta pick up my goddaughter on the way home. Okay. Oh, what's tonight? Tonight is Thursday. Hey, hold up. While you asking your question, Rain, hey, did y'all just where my Dora Milaje alarm clocks at? Yeah, there it goes. I didn't getting disease. Didn't get no diseases, and I didn't get any. They saved my life. Hey, GCPR. It's Thursday night, and I'm on time because it is exactly 11 o'clock Central Standard Time. Don't let anybody tell you differently. If you need to set your clock back, if it tells you it's 11:03 or anything like that, your clock is wrong. My clock is the atomic clock. It is always right. I'm gonna let you all get to the DJ. It's his Thursday night weekend jam session, and you all enjoy. Hey, hey, we clear of the radio station. Fuck, 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 fuck. All right. Yeah. I. Whew. It be y'all don't understand the amount of energy I have to spend holding back fucks, especially when people say stupid shit on during the live. Oh man, I figure I try to spread my fucks out on the radio over the week so we don't get more than $100 fine or something about a weekend. But fuck, it's like Trish laughing. Yeah. Trish know. I'm sure Trish knows how it is. It's like, fuck, I just gotta it's like pressure cooker. Gotta cuss for a minute. But the idea that people we live in a world, we live in a country especially. When I hear people talk about things, it's like we won't look at the 97 to 98% of empirical evidence to always look at the 2% of anecdotal evidence. And that's what's strange to me. It's like we look at the fact, now don't get me wrong. Most people think that they can handle a car accident pileup better than they can an airplane crash. Got you. But this is why I tell you, logic is a valuable gift, and not everybody has it. At the end of the day, you do understand statistically, it is safer to fly than it is to drive. That's a statistical fact. But every time I'll be like, do you all understand how many car accidents happen a day that involve fatalities? But statistically, that is the truth. But then I got to hear people's feelings every so the idea that we haven't had a fatal aircraft crash during the entire Biden administration of a commercial airliner is missed on people. The fact that you have to go back 24 years to have a crash of the nature we have, that doesn't say that But I feel the same with vaccines. It's like people want to argue the safety of the method of vaccines when we have eliminated smallpox until we didn't, cause we don't take vaccines. That we have eliminated childhood polio, and you all want to go back and reinvent the wheel and experiment with children getting polio to prove that the vaccine works. To go to the well, air guns cause disease. Well, I'm gonna tell you, air guns two. Two, and they have saved, and the vaccines I got have saved my life while I was in foreign countries. Yes, at the end of the day, and I just don't understand why. Not that one. Okay. And at the end of the day, I don't get it. I don't get the idea that we can acknowledge that yes, we do get better as it goes on because we continue to do it. But to say that you want to cut something out because 1% of the people who took it had an adverse reaction to it. But I don't see people wanting to end the life of peanut butter. Peanut butter allergies kill more people than vaccines do. Were you anti peanut butter crowd? People accidentally die from peanut allergies more than people die from vaccines. I would make a better argument that peanut butter causes autism than vaccines. It's like, vaccines cause autism. No, let me tell you about it. Let me tell you about something about reporting. See, we talk about the increase in autism. What you're actually talking about is the increases of a report of something now that we have a name for. We didn't have a name for it. It wasn't something that it's not that it's an increase, it's that we just have a name for it now. And anytime you get a name for something, that weird cousin you had, now you know they were autistic. They it wasn't weird. I remember most people don't know what an idiot savant is until you do. But this is the thing, because we live in a society now that is more readily reporting, and that's the point. What's up, Mad King? Touch my PB and J, and the world will burn. Yeah, yeah. Anti peanut butter crowd. Yeah, right. Where are they? It amazes me. More people in this country die per year drinking Coca Cola. In fact, but I don't see the anti Coke. I do see the anti Coca Cola crowd because somebody says there's a movement, a freeze movement on Coca Cola because they supported something. I'll be like, hmm, these movements kill me when they're not actualities. They think that mammograms cause cancer, but they just improved a to catch right. Right, that's a good example. People talk about the amount of radiation is negligible. You get more radiation standing in front of your microwave while you wait for your water to boil. That's why I don't. And I'm tall, so you know you can imagine where the microwave comes to me. I don't stand in front of microwaves. Yeah, I don't stand in front of microwaves. Yeah, there's just some things I don't do, but not because of the reasons they think. Yeah, yeah. You don't want no mutated swimmers. You don't want any deficits caused by radiation from the microwave. But I don't think about that when I have an X-ray. Leave peanut butter alone. You can have that seafood though. Yeah, Coca-Cola is in us. Coca-Cola is just like other major companies. They are problematic as fuck. Coca-Cola, listen, Coca-Cola was one of the last countries to pull out of South Africa only when we threatened to blow them up or during apartheid. Yeah, Coca-Cola is interested in the bottom line. Yeah, drink water. Anybody know what this is? Oh man. Anybody know what these are? Yeah, I drink a lot of water. I drink a lot of water. Matter of fact, when you come here, if you come visit, I have what my bestie calls the apocalypse water storage system. If the water goes out, I tell her the last thing we're gonna run out of is water. I every time I go to a store, Metal will tell you, we go to the store, I'm buying water. About a caseload, about a 40. I'm buying water. I have water set up. I'm about to do a video for y'all. I have water set up by the small refrigerator that Metal put in. It's just as tall as the refrigerator. Yes, I have water. Is that a quart water? The pints of water? Oh, you talking about my. This is, yeah, be asking me what I be drinking, I be like, y'all know I be drinking diabetic Kool Aid, and don't ask me what flavor. It's red. It's like red Kool Aid. It doesn't matter the flavor. I'm black. We don't go by. We mix strawberry and cherry. It's just red Kool Aid, and that's what it is. If it's not Calypso, it's red Kool Aid. Yes, unless it's well water, it is chemically infused. Good. So, like, as long as y'all know me, those kind of things, I'm 57 years old. I didn't think I would make it to 21. So I'm 36 years over the limit, I think. I don't think about chemical infused water. I'm 57 years old. I don't think about any of that. I live through dodging bullets. I take my chances with chemically infused water. I know it's not for everybody to live a life that they don't think about and obsess about everything that is happening like that. I'm too busy fighting racism. I might die from racism before I die from chemically infused water. Yeah, I'm not. I don't obsess about it. I don't. I don't have the time to obsess about it. I have to obsess about the fact that I could get lynched in today's society still. That's what I obsess about. I obsess about. I obsess about the fact that my friends could die because they choose to be different. So yeah, I'm going to eat the burger. If I want to, I'm going to drink. I'm gonna drink the chemically infused water, and I'm gonna squirt some sugar-induced Kool-Aid in it, and then I'm going to go to a protest and set a dumpster on fire or something. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I like purple. Purple. Yeah. People like flavor. I don't know. When I go and buy Kool-Aid, I just pick it up and I was like, can I, are they the same color so I can mix them together? I don't know. Because they all taste good. They all taste good. We will all glow. Right. I figure I need my superpower. And if I got to do my part to make sure I get it, then I'm going to get it. Yeah. I'm going to glow. I'm going to have something. They say, you have, you have developed another kidney. Oh, like more kidneys to donate. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm glowing. They say if you turn the lights off, you're gonna glow. And people like, someone told me one day, what was I eating? I was eating something online, and I was eating something while we were live, and they wanted to tell me about. We were talking about my beard. They talking about, oh, you use this in your beard, you use that, you know that. I was like, do you think any of that? You know how long I've been dyeing my beard? I'm like, if it hadn't killed me by now, then I guess I built up a tolerance. I don't know. But grape drink, yeah. We will always know where you are if you are right. I'm gonna send my night my signal gonna be if you need to find me, you don't need phone tracker. Yeah. Cause if you know me, you know sometimes I the only person that doesn't carry their phone sometimes everywhere. I like on long trips, yes. And if I'm in the car, yes. But I'll get out the car and leave my phone in the car. Like we'll go somewhere to watch something, and it's like yeah, it'll be all right. It'll be all right. My father used to say, "You gotta die of something." I take my phone everywhere. I always carry my phone. I'm just saying. I guess, yeah, I will leave it in the car sometimes. I'll forget. Now, if I'm going in somewhere that, like I gotta pay for something, I'll take the phone. And sometimes I have to think about my phone. I have to really think about it. I have to think about it because I'll be like, that's why I carry my bag because everything is in there. But some if it's not, I'm gonna tell you, I went to the doctor with my friend today, and left. I left I left these in the doctor's office. I left these in the doctor's office, and they like, oh, you. I was like, I'm gonna tell you, when she told me I left them in the doctor, she went and got them. I was at the barbershop, so I went in the barbershop, and I was like, oh, I guess I left my shades in the car. And she comes to pick me up from and she's like, went to the doctor's office and got your shades. I was like, it was good. You could have kept them to the next visit for your next time you go, but I left them there because they just shades. But I will not leave my phone. I will not leave my phone in an unsecured space. I know exactly where my phone will be. I just won't. Right now, um, I know I intended to cut off 16 minutes ago. Do you all want to go and watch Paradise with me? I'm asking for a friend. Do you all want to go and watch Paradise with me on Twitch? Do I need to get it ready? Or you all good? Cause I'm about to watch episodes of Paradise. My phone is part of my personality. Catch it another time. Yeah, you said the weekend. Okay, you want me to wait till the weekend? My chief of security. If my chief of security want me to watch Paradise on the week, I'm not gonna. I need. All right, Jay is home, y'all. Accomplished one goal. Jay is home. Right, so we'll watch Paradise tomorrow night. That's what you want. That's what you all want. You want to watch Paradise tomorrow? I want to hear you got to work Saturday morning, chief of security. We're gonna watch Paradise tomorrow night with you. Hey, so we're gonna leave. We're gonna leave at 11 o'clock tomorrow night. Dora Milaje is gonna cut me off at 11 o'clock so we can start. And you're 5 minutes away from home. All right, we're gonna stay live, y'all, until Olivia gets home. We're gonna we're gonna stay live until Olivia gets home safely. All right, we got Jay home. Now we're gonna get Olivia home. So tomorrow night we're watching Paradise. The 3 episodes I don't want to hear it. If tomorrow night we're watching Paradise because that was so good. I've been thinking about it ever since, and I was like, I told him I wasn't gonna watch it till we watched it together because you got to get the 5 minute dissertation. I'll take a nap tomorrow afternoon. All right, Spider Man, which one critique? The one I said I'm not watching because the lead actor told me he was glad it wasn't woke, and then the House Negro backed him up talking about he misspoke. Yeah, yeah, Steve, you got to join us tomorrow, Steve, cause so you can see the looks on my face and we can do the commentary. Cause I'm still gonna do commentary. I'm gonna do commentary. What happened to Steve? What happened to Steve? What happened to Steve? I know somebody muted Steve. It better be just a mute, not a block. Steve will not be blocked. I'll be late for movie night, but I'll be there. Oh, okay. I thought somebody blocked Steve. I was about to say, what happened? I'll be late for movie night. What do you mean? How late? What do you mean late? You mean you? I have no power. Oh yeah, I'll fix that. I'll fix that. I'll fix that. I just can't do it like when we live because I never think about it because I'm on the ODS system. Not blocked yet. Yeah, yeah, but Paradise. I can't wait. It better be. It just. I love Puzzle Box series. I've been listening. Oh, listening. Yeah, we're live until Olivia gets home, and then tomorrow night we're going to cut off at 11 o'clock, and we're gonna watch Paradise. Oh, I got other stuff too. I got other stuff. Let me tell you the other stuff I got. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, it put it in front of me. All right, let's take a look at what else I got. And something what's supposed to come out this weekend. I can't wait till we get Center. Got to get Center. All right. So Invincible, I got the new season of Invincible. Third season of Invincible started. I just got the first three. That's for us blurs. All right. Flight Risk. I got Flight Risk. I got Wolfman. We got Wolfman. It better be good. Of course, I got Paradise. Um, so I got those. I got a movie called Spectral and a movie called Commando Kill. I got Companion. That's what I wanted. Ugh. Ugh. Y'all want to see Companion too, right? I got Companion. That's what I've been meaning to play. Companion, the new one. So it's a new movie called Companion, and from what I guess, I think she's AI. During a weekend getaway, a secluded later, a group of friends finds themselves entangled in a series of secret, deceptive, and advanced technology. I believe she's AI. So this is what we'll do. I'll compromise with you all. We'll watch Companion. We'll watch Companion first, and then we'll watch. So for the people that you old people and they got to go to bed and y'all want to see, Steven is only safe here. Can we watch Wolfman? Yeah, we'll watch Wolfman this weekend. So we'll watch Companion Friday night, and then we'll watch Paradise after that. Oh, I will be late tomorrow night. We'll be late tomorrow night. I'll be late tomorrow night. But I'll come on. Yeah, we'll start when I get home tomorrow because I'm be late. I probably won't do the show. I'll just do enough of the show to let y'all know I'm home, and then we'll go over and watch Twitch. That'll work. I'll be late tomorrow. And if anything happened, I was here all night. Yes, I need family. We were live all night, but I got some business to take care of, so I probably will be miss the show, but I will come on and then we will go over to Twitch and watch movies. We'll watch Companion and we'll watch Paradise tomorrow night, and then Saturday night um, we'll watch Wolfman and whatever else. Yeah, Metal. If somebody calls you, that's what y'all will be doing, right? Yeah, but I think I got it. I got it under control. I know what and it's just we got it under control. It's just icy. It's just icy around. So tomorrow we're going to try to make it around to the families. Um, if anybody would like to donate to what we got going on, here's the cash app, um, and we'll be moving under cover of darkness. We we had dinner. You was with us. No, I was live. I was live. We're gonna stick with I was live from 10 o'clock until. So if I'm late, I was live. Yeah. So, like I say, if you want to donate, it's because of the icy conditions. We this is what we're doing tomorrow. And if I'm not here, that's because that's what we're doing. And remember, if you stay silent in the face of injustice and say you were fighting injustice, then you're just a hypocrite. You were never fighting injustice in the first place. No matter what I think about the Muslim Americans and what they did in Michigan and the swing states, I will never turn my back on the carpet bombing of children, no matter what. I will never sit idly by and celebrate anybody, children being put in chains and then put in a detention center and separated from their families. To sit silently in the face of injustice and complain that somebody was sitting silently in the face of your own injustice is the operational definition of hypocrite. And my mother raised a lot of things, but she didn't raise a hypocrite. So understand that. This is what we got going on. If you would like to, if you're able to, no pressure. If you're not, but if you're able to give a couple of dollars, this is what we're doing for those who are experiencing icy conditions and are scared to leave their homes. And like I said, Haitians are immigrants also. And as soon as somebody get their truck fixed, hint, hint, you tell me not to recommend Carter G. Woodson, but you do it all the time. Hypocrite. Yeah. Pirate, like I say, y'all realize it's when me and Pirate meet, it's on site. It is on site. I'm not gonna kill him. I'm just gonna beat him for all the things he said, and then we let him make it. Silence is complicit. Sitting back and doing nothing in the face of it is complicit. I have broke with a lot of people recently. I have broke with a lot of people recently over their decision to be silent in the face of injustice. And I realized you were never fighting injustice. My fight against injustice isn't based on what somebody who wants to be close to the proximity of white supremacy does. My fight against injustice means I disrupt white supremacy at every turn. And I do understand I'm bigger than some of those people. I do. I say that with the deepest amount of disrespect possible. We're not the same. We're not fighting the same. We don't have the same ancestors. We don't come from the same because my parents and my grandmother instilled in me one election did not make them stop fighting injustice. They fought injustice. We when people were hungry, we fed them. So at the end of the day, that's the stock I come from. So whatever you all do, don't expect me to. But I will depart from you. I make no qualms about that. I have, I have, and it's, I stood by you when you asked me to, but when I turn around and ask you to stand by me because we're gonna try it a different way, you show me who you are. You show me who you are, and in that instance, that means we're not the same. So I don't care. I don't think people realize that about me. That the fight against injustice is something that I must do. It is something that the ancestors charged us with, and they never said it was going to be easy. They never said it was going to be easy. If you ask people who know me, will tell you I don't like most of the people we fight for. I don't like them personally, but I will always fight for your right to be free from oppression. Then whatever decisions you make free from that, everything else is on you. Just know they were shocked that you follow the principles you say every day. Right. How did you not know? It amazed me. How did you get to this point and think? Yes, I call out Muslim Americans in Dearborn, Michigan, and I'm gonna tell you this while we wait for Olivia to get home. As somebody who was actually at protests on behalf of divestment of companies that did business with Israel, I will say this: I believe that number one, I separate Muslim American, Arab Americans, anybody that voted in this election and voted against the best interests of what they said they were. I separate them from the people of Gaza, the people of Palestine, the West Bank, Sudan, um, Haiti, Hispanic. I separate all of them. All of these people that voted in the best interest um, of themselves. And I started to realize Muslim Americans use the cause of Gaza as a shield to vote for their own best interests because they're white. They were white. They were voting in their best interest and using as a shield that they were voting this way in protection of Gaza. You couldn't have been voting that way in protection of Gaza because Donald Trump has already said how he feels about Gaza and his undying loyalty to Israel. So to say that you were voting in the best interest of Gaza was disingenuous. Also, to tell us how we should be voting and you live in United Kingdom, you were not exercising that. I'm home. Been home for the past 6 minutes. And I was home in the comments. See, how you doing? I'm doing good, Dresden Swords. I'm doing good. So yeah, if you're silent in the face of injustice, I don't rock with that. I don't be you see me to disrupt white supremacists in any way I can. Going to sit back. It's just like now. People are saying, "Oh, well, I'm just gonna." I don't care. And I'm sorry. I know women who should have been tired. I come from women who would have had every right to be tired, and they did never got tired. I come from women who were in Mississippi fighting the good fight. I come from women who could have left Mississippi and went somewhere like Chicago, like other people did. They still fight racism, but not the kind of racism we fought in Mississippi, right? And they didn't get tired, and they didn't raise me to get tired. So when you all say y'all exhausted, I feel for you. I feel for you, but as long as white supremacy exists, as long as oppression exists, as long as injustice exists, I don't have the luxury to be tired because at the end of the day, if I allow them to win in any arena and say, well, that doesn't affect me, eventually it will. And they only get stronger with every victory they gain. So, yes, I will be putting sugar in the tank of white supremacy anytime I get the chance. And it's not about like it's like this. When I see it, I think about how people take this approach where if you didn't help me, I'm not going to help you against our enemy, my enemy. Well, maybe those people were not your man, but the whole group is not your enemy. At the end of the day, don't equate, don't have this false equivalent of American bigots who voted for Donald Trump just because they are associated or descendants or relatives of people who are not even in this country to vote for Donald Trump. If you want to talk to me about Gaza and Palestine and why I still do what I do, is because 78% of people surveyed in those areas that are adults were asking the people who were protesting Kamala Harris to vote for her. So if you want to do, I told you, I don't do emotions like a lot of people do that are going to be emotionally getting us killed. I don't do emotions. I do logic. I do logic. I tell you, I stand where Winnie Mandela stood. And Nelson stood there too because she drove him. But I stand where Winnie Mandela stood, and Winnie Mandela stood on this. And if it was good enough for Winnie Mandela, it's good enough for me. I stand where Fred Hampton stood because if it was good enough for Frederick to stand there, it's good enough for me. So when you all stand where anyway the wind blows, and I don't mean a L. Lynn Harris novel. When I say that, then you're showing me that you're not truly in the fight against injustice. You're only in the fight of the optics of against injustice, and I don't have any room for it. I don't. I know I can accomplish more with the coalitions that Fred Hampton built than with the coalitions that some of these social media influencers are trying to build, where they don't even know anything about history. If you want to fight about it, pull up. My mother also raised a fighter. We have to fight because it's not over. And the sad thing is, the people that are sitting back and saying they'll do nothing, and they're just gonna let the airplane their own crash. I want to tell them, I can survive this airplane crash. You can't, because y'all are soft. You can't survive the very system you're allowing to take control. You can't survive that system. You're not impressive. You haven't lived the life. You haven't been to prison. You don't know what's coming, but you think you do. You think you do. No, our grandparents knew what would come if they stopped fighting. My parents knew what would happen if they start fighting. You all are privileged enough to believe that miraculously you're going to come in with a rope a dope after everybody has been dissected, and now you're just going to come out the woodwork swinging. I do remind you, that same mentality is why we spent 400 years enslaved. They don't know how to make something out of nothing. No, and even though I laugh and joke about I'm not fighting to go back to the Stone Age, some of us are more equipped to go there than some of you are. Some of us are more equipped to live there than you are. All right. And on that note, everybody's home safe. Everybody's home safe because this is what we do. We don't we don't rest until we know everybody's home safe. Yes, Matt King, you got a question? Or are you saying bye? Matt King, are you still at work? Somebody give Pirate a 5 second lap. Yeah, somebody give Pirate a lap. Uh, what time you get off? What time you get off? What time you get off work? Steve, we are who our ancestors created us to be. You need me to stay live for another 30 minutes? You know that's not safe. You know that's not safe. Just to let you know, if you need us to, like, if you need us to stay live and keep you awake for 30 minutes, we can do that. But if you, yeah, get it. Any more questions before we leave? Anybody got anything they want to say? I think tomorrow, this weekend, muted for a book recommendation. I didn't know this was, was a box. Look, no, you wasn't muted for a book recommendation. You know what you did. You know what you did. The Moms for Liberty reference is priceless, though. The Mom for Liberty lesson is priceless. Yeah. See, I know. I hear television, so that means the crumb snatchers are trying to stay up because they know they got school tomorrow. So I gotta go, and I just want to educate you with new information. Yeah, got you, pirate. Hey, by this time, most people stay a family. You know, peace, love, and hair grease. And you all be safe, and I'll catch you all. She's in. That's how I know the crumb snatchers are woke, right? Because Bella's out there with them, right? So the crumb snatchers are still woke. It's 11:38. I don't want to hear it in the morning when it's time to get up for school. Yeah, I don't want to hear it. So I'm going out here to put crumb snatchers to bed. Yeah, peace, love, and hair grease. I'll catch you up on the rebound. Like I say, tomorrow I might be a little late, um, but yeah, if I don't text anybody, that means I'm good. If you don't get a text and I'm late, well, it's all good. If you get a text, y'all need to be having a bell ceremony because I'm telling you, it'll be icy here tomorrow. It'll be icy here tomorrow. That's what the alerts are. But gotta do what we do. I hope so. I hope he act up, and I hope he don't bring Little Wayne on stage. I hope. I'm sorry. I know people be mad at me. Nope. I don't like Little Wayne. He's a Trump supporter. Hope he don't bring Little Wayne on stage. Yeah. Bring Taylor Swift on stage before you bring Little Wayne on stage. Don't bring Little Wayne on stage. Please don't. But I have a feeling they are. I have a feeling he's gonna bring Little Wayne on stage because it's in New Orleans. But I really wish it wouldn't happen. And you see the red? Go Kansas City. Go Kansas City. No, I would. I'm gonna tell you. No, I wouldn't. I'm not going. But if I was on the coast, I would definitely be in New Orleans for the Super Bowl, and we'd be tailgating. Even if I didn't go in, we'd be tailgating. I don't care. Let me tell you. See, I keep trying to go, but I might make it to. I told somebody today, I will never let a terrorist keep me from living. I will never allow a terrorist to keep me from living. Yeah, I don't care. People are like, oh, it's not. It's dangerous. It was dangerous growing up. Hey, Carrie's here. I I'm trying to leave, but I would never let a terrorist stop me from living. My bestie's here. Hey, hold on for a minute. Minute. She know what this is for. She know what this is for. Yeah, bestie's here. My bestie hasn't been here in a while. Y'all gotta show out, y'all. Y'all know I gotta show out when my bestie come in, right? But I will not stop. I will not let a terrorist stop us. We're supposed to live our life. If you let them win, then you're losing. So it was dangerous growing up, and I made it through that, and we're going to live our best life. All right, we're out of here. I am I'm probably getting a shush notice right now, so say hello to Carrie. Get y'all hello out to Carrie. It's out the way. She don't have to be. Yeah. Look, she don't have to be. She get all of it. She get to hear everything before you all do. Yeah, before you all do, the first person to hear my ideas is, yep, yep. She gets annoyed with my ideas all day. Not all day. Not all day. You're only here to 3 o'clock. Then you're gone. Yeah. Okay. She might hear them in text form also. There is that possibility. That is the possibility that she hears them in text form. I gotta say, there is that possibility. But yeah. Love you. Love you. Love you, Carrie. I'll talk to you all later.